of Tamil.
உலகில் வாழும் அனைத்து தமிழர்களுக்கும் என் தாய்மொழியான தமிழுக்கும் எனது முதல் வந்தனம். உங்களது டாக்டர் ஜெயந்திமாலா சுரேஷ், தமிழர்களின் தலைவர், தொண்டர், சேவகி, சமூக நல ஆர்வலர். இங்கு வந்திருக்கும் காரணம், இப்போ இந்த சப்ஜெக்ட் ரீபாட்ரியேஷன் ஆஃப் ஸ்ட்ராண்டட் தமிழியன்ஸ் இன் UAE. ஸோ ஐ கம் டு நமது இந்திய தூதரக அதிகாரியுடன் அவருக்கு நன்றி செலுத்தும் விதமாக இங்கு வந்திருக்கிறேன். இவரது உதவியின்றி நம்மளால் இந்த பிரைவேட் சார்ட்டரை இயக்க முடியாது தமிழ்நாட்டுக்கு. அதற்கு நன்றி செலுத்தும் வகையில் தான் இந்த இன்டர்வியூ. இந்த சார்ட்டர் ஃப்ளைட், ரிபாட்ரியேஷன் சார்ட்டர் ஃப்ளைட்ஸ்க்கு இந்திய தூதரகம், எனது முதல் இன்ஸ்பிரேஷன் ஸ்ரீ விபுல்ஜி, ஹானரபிள் கான்சல் ஜெனரல் ஆஃப் இந்தியா UAE, a great leader, a great decision maker and a great firefighter. பார்க்க போனீங்கன்னா இந்தியாவில் இருக்கிறது 28 ஸ்டேட்டில் தமிழ்நாட்டுக்காக அப்ரோச் பண்ணும்போது தான், அந்த ப்ராசஸில் இருக்கும்போது தான் அது எவ்வளோ ஒரு கஷ்டமான விஷயம்னு தெரிஞ்சுது. எஸ்பெஷலி நம்ம ஃப்ளைட் ஒன்று ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் ஆயிடுச்சு, 48 hours ஃபயர் ஃபைட்டிங் நடந்தது. என்னுடனே இருந்து எனக்கு பணியாற்றிய, என்னை வழி நடத்திய நமது கான்சல் ஜெனரல் திரு விபுல்ஜி அவர்களை இங்கு நன்றி தெரிவிக்கும் வகையில் இந்த மீட்டிங் ஏற்பாடு செய்யப்பட்டிருக்கிறது. இப்பொழுது I would like to change my conversation in English. I thank the Honorable CG Sri Vipulji of Indian Consulate of UAE. அமீரகத்தின் இந்திய தூதரகத்தில் தலைமை அதிகாரியாக இருக்கும் திரு விபுல்ஜி அவர்களுக்கு எனது மரியாதையும் வணக்கத்தையும் தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். முதலில் எங்களது நன்றியை தமிழ்நாட்டின் சார்பாகவும் இங்கு அமீரகத்தில் வாழும் தமிழ் மக்கள் சார்பாகவும் அவருக்கு எனது நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். திரு விபுல்ஜி அவர்கள் இப்பொழுது நம்முடன் உரையாற்றுவார், நமது தமிழ்நாட்டுக்கு அவர் செய்த சேவையை பற்றி. Over to Vipulji, please continue.
Jayantiji, I think we are talking here about repatriation of Indians back to India in the COVID-19 situation from Dubai and the Northern Emirates of UAE. We started the Vande Bharat mission from UAE on May 7th. And in the last 1.5 months, a large number of people have already gone back to India. Almost 75,000 people have by now gone back to India on Air India flights and on chartered flights under the Vande Bharat mission. That's a very large number, but that's also natural because there are 3.5 million Indians who live in UAE. We have a lot of workers and unfortunately, because of the COVID-19 situation, a lot of people have also lost jobs because of the economic downturn across the world, and many of them of course are going back to India. So we have a large number of people who have registered with us for going back to India, and of those 75,000, as I said, have gone back. As for Tamil Nadu, so far we have had about 10 flights. We all have to remember that we are in this pandemic situation, and every state has its own rules for quarantine, etc., and those have to be followed by everyone. So the process is a bit time consuming, but people are going back, and I think in the coming days the number of people who will go back will increase further. You yourself have done 2 chartered flights so far for taking back people from here to Tamil Nadu. And I think we need all the support from people like you and other community organizations. There are several who are in touch with us and who want to take back people. So overall, I think as a country, as 2 countries, India and UAE, and as community organizations and community people, we all have to get together in ensuring that we take back people and people do not really have to suffer much.
Vipulji, I want to know the secret of your smile, because I still remember when we had the second flight stranded, all the approvals were in place and we don't know where it is going wrong, what it is going wrong, and I came to you with a panic mind because 175 passengers of mine was stranded at the airport, especially full-blown pregnancy women, elderly people and jobless workers who don't even have their next meal, because we are providing here everything as a consulate and we social workers are providing, we know the situation. Yes. When I came to you so coolly, I want to know first thing, the secret of your smile, always smiling face. I came so panicky here, and you sat with us from that time. 48 hours we both did the firefighting, and not only for that, I've seen you on the mobile, especially like even midnight 1:30 you are answering me. I was thinking, I'm just only one state, Tamil Nadu, among the whole India. Then there are certain, I don't know whether it's 28 or 29 states in India. How are you managing? What is the secret of your smile? And up to midnight, these 4 months, I can imagine. I want to know what gave you this peace on your face and the smile on your face, because you guided me that 48 hours. I learned something from you on that day. Please tell the secret to my Tamil Nadu.
No, there is no secret. I think we all have a job to do. We have this job of taking care of the Indian community here. The community, as I said, is very large. And we have to be calm and patient. Things don't happen sometimes as we expect them to. And especially in taking back flights, there are several strands which have to come together. So we have approvals from Government of India, from DGCA, from state, and then the local approvals from Ministry of Foreign Affairs. The airline has to be ready with its aircraft, etc. And if one block of this gets missing, then you have to rework the chain again. And that is what happened in your flight.
Yeah.
And one chain was, one thing was missing, and then we had to rework, and that's why it took a bit of a time. But I think, we have a large number of people, and we are in an extraordinary situation because of COVID. And I think it's the duty of all of us, government servants as well as social workers, that we work to the maximum extent possible, even if it's late night. It's not that we work all the time in normal situations, but in this situation, of course, we all have to take that extra load. I must say that I've got a very good team in the consulate. My officers support me greatly, and all of you support us greatly. And I think when a problem comes, it's our duty, and that's what you also did, is that we should not be fighting among each other and helping each other so that we can find solutions, and that's what we did.
Fantastically and well said, Vipulji. But what I was thinking is, during that, what I learned is that 48 hours, the language speaks, when you speak in the mother tongue, it helps a lot. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes.
When we did the firefighting for 48 hours, I have to here thank my Tamil Nadu Secretariat, Chief Secretary, especially K. Shanmugam IAS, and his team, Mr. Rahul Nath, everybody, because within 4 hours, lightning speed, they also worked to, they understood we are facing a problem.
That's
and
right.
they understood the pain of the consulate and Indian consulate, and they understood your,
Correct.
because somebody from here has to speak, that
Yes.
they didn't sleep for 4 months. Every state should not give a trouble to them. So I think it's preferable. I think mainly it is due to the lack of communication, or when it is extended in the form of our own native language, it helps, or whatever.
That's
But I have to thank my Tamil Nadu Chief Secretariat and the officers who did it in 4 hours. And after that, your lightning speed for 48 hours, you've been with us through and through. I think this is one quality which I learned from you during this process. And what about further moves, Vipulji? How are we going to handle this repatriation flight? Whether it can be, the flights can be little faster, because so far I got the 10 I chartered 10 flights, only 2 I operated.
Yes.
This process is taking so much time, and 8 departments. Can we not simplify it? No, because you're a government official, you know the facts on the ground. So could you please enlighten us with...
Yeah, so I think once again, basically because of the COVID-19 situation, we have to ensure that whoever lands up in India undergoes the mandatory testing and mandatory quarantine requirements. At the airport, we can't have too many people who arrive at the same time. And we also have to recognize that people are coming from across the world. Tamil Nadu is a very popular state. A lot of people are coming from different parts of the world.
Thank you for that.
And therefore, the state government and the state airports can't take back people all the time. And therefore, it's taking a little bit of time. But I'm sure that in the coming days, There will be more flights which will be going to Tamil Nadu as well, both chartered as well as in the Vande Bharat mission, the Air India flights, and some other private entities are also now operating those flights. I think in the coming days, as I said, more and more flights will go. Government of India has also changed the SOP now, so the charterer can go directly to the airline, and the airline can take the permissions directly from state governments.
Excellent.
I think that should also quicken the process, perhaps. And social workers, community people, airlines can be in direct touch with the state governments to understand the quarantine requirements quickly, and also therefore make the changes if those are desired by the state government. And then we will still be hand-holding people. That's our job, and that we will continue to do in the future as well.
Also, excellent, very well explained. But also, I have one more request on behalf of the stranded Indians here in UAE, especially our Tamilians, because as you rightly said, your missions working abroad to know what is the real condition of people here. What happens is when the stranded passengers go and land there, not all of them are rich. So the government has put some paid quarantine and unpaid quarantine. I put a request to my chief secretary. He is considering it because the COVID test has to be paid. They are telling. You know the status of most of them whom we are repatriating. Pregnant women, it's okay as long as they are rich and their husbands can take care. Elderly people, as long as they're rich and they can be taken care. But we are sending people who are jobless and who are stranded here for 4 months, where we are providing food and shelter along with the Consul General. When they land, they can't afford even their next meal. So this COVID test and all, when they are making it as mandatory to be paid, we volunteers or see, for example, these 2 flights which we sent, All India Muslim League leader, National President, Professor Qadir Moinuddin and his team, Mr. Nawaz Ghani, Abu Bakr and Kuttalam Liaquat Ali, I am thankful to them because they provided shelter for around 150 people. Shelter, food and the bus, all the arrangements they have done. But when it's a volume of 150 people unpaid quarantine, to pay that entire lot of that 7,000 into 7,000, it works out to 14 lakhs. And my other flights are going. They have to take care of the food and shelter. But if this comes as a burden, I explained it to my chief secretary, they are considering. But as a Consul General of this country, you will know the plight of these people who are going from Gulf. They are not from UK or US. If you could put your views on this, I'll appreciate it so that state understands what is the problem here.
Well, Jayantiji, that's correct. We have a lot of workers who are going back from here, whether it be Tamil Nadu or whether it be several other states, whether it be Telangana, Andhra, UP, Bihar, Punjab. We have a lot of workers who come here and work here. But we also have to be cognizant of the fact that every state government has its own policies on quarantine and on testing. And I would say that every state understands as to who are the people from the state who are working outside, and they take everything into consideration, and only then every state formulates its policies, whether it be quarantine or whether it be testing. So I'm sure that Government of Tamil Nadu has considered all the options, and we all have to work together. As I said, the consulate, Government of Tamil Nadu, social workers, the community people, everyone has to work together and see what best we can do for the people.
Fantastic, well said, because if it is, you are our representative, Indian representative and the Indian leader out here to talk to our state also, that's why I requested your help. They would have done their groundwork also,
yes.
Our Tamil Nadu Chief Secretariat.
Yes.
So this request, why I wanted your government authority to tell the facts that more than half of the passengers whom we are sending are jobless and stranded victims who don't have money. So that has to be considered. That's why I put forth to you. So thank you very much for supporting the Indian community, especially our Tamil community, and trying to not only leading us, you are also guiding us. And as you rightly said, the cooperation, the coordination, especially with the governments and from the volunteers also. We are all social workers. So we are also spending heavy money. we would like to spend it more and our service has to continue more. So these kind of policies little bit liberalized, it will motivate people like me to do more along with your support.
Yes.
So thank you very much Vipulji for your support, and we are going to again come back to you and take your help till this is all sorted out.
That's
so
no, we all will continue to work together. It's our duty to serve our people, and that's what we are together doing.
Yeah, I will address my Tamilians in Tamil with your permission.
Yes, yes.
So உலகத்தில் வாழும் தமிழர்களுக்கும் தமிழ்நாட்டு மக்களுக்கும் ஒரு முக்கியமான செய்தியை சொல்ல போகிறேன். முதற்கண் எனது நன்றி. இப்போ 2 ஃப்ளைட்டில் 2 விமானங்கள் மூலம் அனுப்பி வைத்த ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் பேசஞ்சர்ஸ், எஸ்பெஷலி அதாவது ஜாப்லெஸ் புவர் பீப்புள், எந்த பாடுபாடும் இன்றி வெறும் மனிதநேயம் என்ற பேரில் மட்டும் இவர்களுக்கெல்லாம் தங்குறதுக்கு வசதியும் பஸ் வசதியும் அப்புறம் அந்த ஃபுட் வசதியும் செய்து கொடுத்த நமது, நான் எப்போவுமே சொல்வேன், என்னோட ஆர்டன் ஃபேன் ஆஃப் டாக்டர் கலாம் அண்ட் மதர் ட்ரீசா. அந்த 3வது வரிசையில் இருப்பவர் காமராஜர். ஆல் இண்டியா முஸ்லீம் லீகோட நேஷனல் பிரசிடென்ட் ப்ரொஃபஸர் காதர் மொய்தீன். அவரை வந்து நான் வாழ்ந்து கொண்டிருக்கிற காமராஜர் என்று தான் கூறுவேன். அவர் தான் என்னோட ட்ரூ இன்ஸ்பிரேஷன். அவர் வழிகாட்டுதலின்படி நவாஸ்கன் எம்பி, அபுபக்கர் எம்எல்ஏ, அப்புறம் குற்றாலம் லியாக்கத் அலி, இவர்களுக்கு எனது முதற்கண் நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். எந்த பாகுபாடுமின்றி இவர்களை இப்போ 2 ஃப்ளைட்டில் போன எல்லாரையும் தங்க இடமும் ஃபுட்டும் கொடுத்து எல்லா செலவுகளையும் நீங்கள் ஏற்றுக்கொண்டிருக்கிறீர்கள். அதற்கு எனது நன்றி. அது மட்டும் இல்லாமல் இப்போ மீண்டும் திருச்சிக்கு அனுப்பி போகிற ஃப்ளைட்டுக்கும் உத்தரவாதம் கொடுத்திருக்கிறீர்கள், நீங்கள் அவர்களை பார்த்துக்கொள்வீர்கள் என்று. அதற்கு எனது நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். அண்ட் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் அண்ட் ஃபார்மோஸ்ட் என்னோட சீஃப் செக்ரட்டேரியட் மிஸ்டர் கே சண்முகம் ஐஏஎஸ் அண்ட் இஸ் டீம், மிஸ்டர் ராகுல்நாத், அவர்களுக்கும் எனது நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். தமிழக மக்களுக்கும் எங்களோடு ஒத்துழைத்து எங்களுக்கு ஆதரவு கொடுத்து இதே மாதிரி மீண்டும் சார்ட்டர் ஃப்ளைட்டை அனுப்புறதுக்கு எங்களுக்கு ஊக்கமும் உற்சாகமும் கொடுக்க வேண்டும் என்று வேண்டுகிறேன். இந்த நிலைமை எல்லாரும் சேர்ந்து போராடுவோம் என்று கோரிக்கை உங்கள் முன் வைத்து விடைபெறுகிறேன். உங்கள் ஜெயந்திமாலா.
இந்த வீடியோ உங்களுக்கு பிடிச்சிருந்துச்சுன்னா லைக் பண்ணுங்க, ஷேர் பண்ணுங்க அண்ட் கமெண்ட் பண்ணுங்க. மேலும் எல்லா தமிழ் சேனலுக்கு சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுங்க.